Alright, we're going to create new. We'll go print, letter, and we're going to go to inches, because we all know inches. Hit create. Now, I want to show the rulers, so I'm going to go window, it's not there, it's view, rulers, show rulers, and I'm going to put this close to the center. Now, what I'm going to do is create a shape using my pen tool. So I'm going to click and let go. And then I want this to be perfectly straight, so I'm going to hold the shift button. Right? Holding the shift button. Now it's perfectly straight. I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to make a nice little arc. And then again, bring in my line by hitting the Alt key. And then I'm going to go straight down. Then I'm going to go across. Right? So I've just made a shape. No big deal. Now I want to give it a specific color. So to do that, I'm going to click on my, you can see it's got a color now. I'm going to click on my fill color, double click, and this color picker pops up. Now, in the color picker, I've got these weird letters, right? HSB, that's hue, saturation, brightness. I don't actually ever use that. RGB, which is red, green, blue, and CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. CMYK and RGB are just different ways of showing the color. CMYK is used for like printing a magazine or something, and RGB is more for like televisions and internet computers. That's what they show. Also cell phones. So I'm going to give it a light blue color. To do that, I'm going to change the values of the CMYK. So I'm going to use 31% cyan. I'm going to use 12% magenta. And you notice when I change these values change as well, right? So I'm going to use 1% yellow and 0 black. And as I'm changing these colors, these values are changing, and then it's showing you what the color is going to be a lot different too. So I'm going 0% black. Right, so 31, 12, 1, and 0. So these numbers give you this color. These numbers, 171, 201, 231, also give you these colors, right? So they're basically interchangeable. Now hit OK, and now my object is the color that I want. So I'm going to move this over to the side for a little bit, and going back to my ellipse tool, or so if it's showing rectangle, just click and hold and it'll go to ellipse. I'm going to make an ellipse, and I'm going to center it on that line. Then I'm going to make a line, and I'm going to divide them. So to do that, I'm just going to put this line straight down. Hold shift if you're having trouble getting it straight. Right, so I just made a line right here. So now what I'm going to do is select them both. So I've got this line, and then I've got my object, the ellipse. Select them both, and I'm going to use this new tool, Shape Builder tool. So I click on the Shape Builder tool, and then I can click on this side, and I can click on this side, and now what I've done is I've made two different shapes that's cut in half by this line. So I go to my Select tool, and I can just get this piece and get this piece, and I'm good to go, right? Get rid of that line that I made, get rid of that other line that I made. So I've got my two pieces. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a copy of these. So I'm going to select them both, Control C, Control V, and here's my copy. It also copied the ruler, which, whatever, just get rid of it. Now I want to make these a different color blue. So I'm going to make these a dark blue. So I select them both, double click on my fill, get to my color picker, and instead of using the CMYK, this time I'm going to use the RGB. So red, 41, green, 44, blue, 105. Alright, so I've got this nice dark blue. Now what I'm going to do is shrink these down a little bit. Then I'm going to move them into my lighter blue shapes. Right? So I just got this shape in with this shape in with this shape. Move this more to the edge. There we go. Now, I'm going to group these so they're one group when I click it. To do that again, select them both. Object, group. Select them both. Object, group. So now I've got my groups. Now I'm going to move my, what is that, kind of like a baseball field shape, back on my palette. And then I'm going to use these and just rotate them. Alright, see how there's these white lines? So the problem is we've got a stroke on there. So we just got to remove the stroke. And I'm going to do that individually by using direct selection. Click on it. Go to my stroke. Remove it. And then again click on the blue. Remove the stroke. Remove the stroke. And remove the stroke. So now I've got the start of my design. Next thing I'm going to do, make some little eyes. Go to my ellipse tool, make a circle, or you can make a little bit of a ellipse, it doesn't matter, it's up to you. And this time I want to make them black, with no stroke. And then I'm going to select it and copy it. So I've got two of them. Place them like so. Now I'm going to copy them, Control C, Control V, and then I'm going to change these to white, shrink them down a little bit. And then drop these in. Like so. Next thing I'm going to do, make a little nose, ellipse tool. Let's make this like a gray. Looks good. And I want to do some like fur right here, right? Like a fox or a fox. So what I'm going to do is create an ellipse. Right? This one I'm going to make it like a little bit longer. And then I'm going to get my ruler so I can get that exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to make a line just like we did before. Straight down. And if you need to, hold shift. And I'm going to select them both. So I've got them selected. And then again, I'm going back to my shape builder. Click on it, click on the side, click on the side. So now I've got my pieces that I can take. Another piece. Let's get rid of this. It's out of the way. These are probably a little bit too dark. Let's make them really light gray. Like just the faintest. Then I'm going to rotate them. I'm going to put them along this line. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Move it up a little bit. And you can zoom in to get them super precision if you like. It's totally up to you. And there you go. A cute little fox. Once you've created your fox, add your name. Robert. Let's go with Robert. And you are done with your project.